You mentioned international development as part of the CPEC. What is that?
Under this mechanism called International Coordination and Cooperation, we are going to discuss that how CPEC could be providing a kind of platform. For example, right now the peace and reconciliation process in Afghanistan has reached to a very critical stage, and we may expect the resumption of the peace and the stability. So Afghanistan as a regional country and a very important hub of the regional connectivity, how can we extend CPEC to Afghanistan to include that their participation, or Central Asia republics, their participation in the CPEC? For example, we are going to inaugurate the first SEZ next Monday in Raha Hai, KP province. SEZ,
the Special Economic Zone,
yeah.
Raha Hai, in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa.
And this SEZ, in fact, this is a Chinese government, Pakistani government. We jointly worked out some kind of package of business incentives. If you invest there, I think they will have this kind of, for example, incentives, tax-free or whatever treatment. We are both building facilities, water, gas, and also like road or whatever. So like this SEZ, it is open. This is open not only for Pakistan, China. We can have the third countries' investment. If they are willing to invest, they are going to build their joint venture or factories in the SEZ. I think we are more than happy that to have this. So I think that the CPEC, as far as the international coordination and cooperation is concerned, after that China and Pakistan mutually consulted, we can open a lot of opportunities for the participation of the regional partners and the international countries.
Ambassador, you have, before coming to Pakistan, you served in Afghanistan. And President Ashraf Ghani also awarded you for China-Afghanistan friendship. You're also someone with ex-President Ahmed Karzai trusts a lot. Do you think China can bring Afghanistan into CPEC, or can CPEC and Pakistan somehow or the other, can you bring more trust between Afghanistan and Pakistan on trade matters?
Yes, I think that both Afghanistan and Pakistan are important neighbors of China. So when I was serving in Kabul, in fact, in 2016, China and Afghanistan signed an MOU on the collaboration under the Belt and the Road Initiative. And during my interaction with both President Ashraf Ghani and you mentioned Hamid Karzai, the former president, I can feel and also I can understand their enthusiasm that to make Afghanistan as a hub of the regional connectivity and cooperation.
Very inspiring. So a few months ago, there were a lot of fears and speculations that CPEC is not progressing very well. Then came the creation of CPEC Authority. So has CPEC Authority helped CPEC?
Yes, I think this creation of the CPEC Authority demonstrates a lot of importance and also expectation from your leadership, from your government, from Pakistani government. Of course, we have the different joint working groups, we have the different mechanisms, but the CPEC Authority provides a one window service,
right,
for not only for the Chinese embassy or the different Chinese governments, departments, but also for the Chinese companies.
Right.
Previously, for example, even for me, I have to go to this ministry, that ministry, and to consult on this. But here, I can go to this authority, and they are helping us. They are helping us in a very efficient way that to coordinate and to move forward this. So I think I really applaud and appreciate that the setup and their work by the CPEC Authority. In fact, I have very close interaction, but this doesn't mean other ministries like your Ministry of Planning and Development, they are still the key, and also the but the ministries, they are looking after more broader, more, I should say, like a kind of designer of the direction of this. CPEC Authority is helping us, that is in dealing with day-to-day all these operational, functional problems in a very effective way.
So, almost every political party in Pakistan takes credit for the CPEC. The Foreign Office thinks perhaps it's China, Pakistan. What's your view on that?
I think that it's not taking the credit. I think I should say, as far as my understanding goes, is that a kind of expression of the different political parties in Pakistan for their kind of attention, their kind of importance to the Sino-Pak relationship.
Right.
I think 2 weeks ago that the Chinese Communist Party and 10 major political parties of Pakistan, they have a kind of joint session that expressing their support of the CPEC and the China-Pak relationship. So for me, I think this CPEC is a nation-to-nation project. For me, it's a state-to-state cooperation of this CPEC. For me, I think it is a kind of a country-to-country cooperation. All the political parties and all the walks of the society of Pakistan is a part of this cooperation. And I think that this kind of support or understanding is very important for our bilateral relations.
One very important issue, in August, in a webinar, you had hinted that President Xi Jinping would probably be coming to Pakistan soon. Now the Indian papers and even the Pakistani papers have started saying that it has been postponed. When is he coming? Why the trip has been postponed?
I think that we should give a little background of this visit. President Xi visited Pakistan in 2015, and after 5 years, we think that when this relationship or that the regional and global situation is evolving, so we have to have these high-level visits because so under the invitation by the Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Imran Khan, I think he delivered this invitation. It was last October. So our president happily accepted the invitation, said, I will visit Pakistan soon. So there was a lot of, I should say, preparation from both sides because this visit for us is very significant. I believe for our relationship is very important too. So we start to consultation and to prepare for this very important visit. However, that during this process, since like last October, that a lot of things are happening, in particular like COVID-19, a lot of uncertainties of these kind of things. So that the visit timing or the specific timing has never been finalized.
He was supposed to come in May.
Yeah, it was discussing, but that was a very initial stage.
Okay.
That in May, and that sometime he could take the place. But I think this is just a kind of date floated by both sides.
Okay.
Yeah, to see the feasibility or to see the possibility of that. So that this is still. But what I can say at this stage, the visit by the Chinese president to Pakistan is very much relevant and high on the agenda of our bilateral relations, because this kind of regular mutual visit or the regular summit between the two countries, two leaderships, is the key characteristic of our bilateral relations. So I'm expecting that this visit will be, I should say, taking place in a mutually agreed and also based on our mutual convenience.
So what I understand is that the definitive date for the visit was never decided.
Never decided.
So there's no question of postponement when there was no real date.
Yeah, we can't say to postpone that because it is, I think, ongoing process of the proposed visit by Chinese president.